Good morning. It is Labor Day. I am in Las Vegas. For anyone who has watched the handful of videos that I've put out on YouTube so far, you may have picked up on the fact that I am very new to this. My name's Tiffany Anderson. I founded a website, virtual space called Anderson Therapeutics, and the resources, tips, and content on that website are all about helping mature adults better manage chronic conditions. So this channel, Aging Well, is the series that is a reflection on the lifestyle medicine that I practice in partnership with my healthcare providers who work with me as a team to help me to age well. One of the things that I do when I am traveling, which is where I am today. I just finished a 3-day conference in Las Vegas called the Plant Powered Party, and partly it was a memorial for the late great Dr. John McDougall. He and his wife Mary McDougall wrote the Starch Solution. That is the dietary plan that I have followed for over 10 years. The meal plan not only changed my life, it improved my life in ways that I hadn't believed possible. In fact, it was so miraculous that some of my own healthcare providers who aren't plant-based, they're not vegetarian or anything, they've recognized and seen the markers, the internal markers, things from, blood draws and biometrics and things like that, that they've considered me a medical miracle. Now, if you want to read my story, it's on my website, though. For today, what I wanted to share with you is a really economical, inexpensive way to feed yourself inexpensively, whether you're plant-based or not, so to simply have some items on hand and eat at your hotel room. Now, this is probably not new to a lot of people. Other people, they might think, oh, I just want to eat out. If you can afford that, more power to you. I have always been very frugal and I love to travel. And the last thing I want to do is spend a lot of money and time at a restaurant. I am a bit of a food snob. I'm a very good cook. And the thought of having other people in control of the ingredients and what they're putting on the food or in the food or the hygiene of the staff, all of that, as someone who works in public health, that has never appealed to me long before I adopted a plant-based diet. Eating simply when I travel has given me the opportunity to enjoy more experiences. And that's what I'm doing here. So today is my last full day. I'll be heading to the Sphere soon to see the Wizard of Oz. So this morning I had one of my favorite breakfasts, whether it's at home or on the road, and that is oatmeal. So I always pack a hot water kettle. Sometimes a hotel room will have this. This one did not. There's not even a coffee maker here, so I can easily just heat water in this. And I also pack dried greens. You can simply do this at home. If you can see, and you may be able to hear how crunchy they are. Now, this is something I just did. I don't have a dehydrator. You can dry greens. These were fresh baby spinach, greens, and arugula. And I just laid them out on parchment, and it took about a little over an hour to get these to this dry, the dryness that you can see and hear here. So with those greens, that's something I always add to my morning oatmeal. Now, this is a little baggy, so I've just done individual portions. I knew that I would only need to have this morning and tomorrow morning before I fly home, since the conference was catered and it had all of the food that fit in my meal plan. In this oatmeal bag, I put some pecans there are little bits of dried apricot, and I only use about 2 or 3 since even though it's dried, if you reconstitute the fruit, that's still, 1 or 2 apricots, so that's plenty for me. I also add cinnamon. I put some cardamom in this, and I like my oatmeal spicy. So I add cayenne to this as well, just a little dash. And the oatmeal, this just goes into a little container. So I just take one with me, put some hot water in there, and I usually let that reconstitute itself while I'm, working out or just doing things in the morning. If I had access to a fridge or something, I would bring some plant milk, though I have found that I can either just eat it, it's fine. I don't need to have the milk. I don't need to make my cereal soupy. The one thing I have really enjoyed is with my hot water kettle, I will also bring tea bags. And with an Earl Grey, or this morning I had a constant comment, so I put a little dash of the tea over on top of the oatmeal, and that was a great breakfast for me. Now I'm 5'5.5". I used to be 5'8", but I have shrunk that much at this stage in my life, which was a bit shocking. I didn't realize I would lose that much height, though I am 60. I have osteoporosis, I have arthritis, I have dual hip replacement, so, don't want to give you my entire medical history, though knowing that I have a smaller frame and I honestly don't need that many calories later on in life. So to have a breakfast like that was so easy to pack, so easy to prepare, enjoy in my room. I have a beautiful space, a beautiful view. And later on, I brought an apple, so this will be an afternoon snack. And I've already scoped out a sushi place nearby. So after I go to the Sphere, then I'll pop in there and have some vegan sushi, some edamame, and it'll be just a wonderful plant-powered day. I hope that was useful. I'll put some information in the description to give you more little details if you're interested in learning more about me, and a link to a video that might be useful to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.